The tale of dark UX patterns. A boomer sat in bed late one night, scrolling through the internet, looking for whatever it is boomers look for on the internet. Gardening memes, award-winning whistlers, the latest Donald Trump QAnon conspiracy theory. Ugh. This boomer was different. She was looking for beef. An interesting website caught her eye. Beef County steaks were 40% off. Clicking on the website in a hunt for the beef, the boomer was abruptly greeted by a modal window adorning the entire screen. The modal window read, "Sign up for our newsletter. New Beef County customers save 40% off their first order."
Well, hot dang,
thought the boomer.
this dang modal window's blocking my view and I can't make it go away. All I see is a link that reads, "I'd rather pay full price." Well, I definitely don't want to pay full price. This is premium Beef County chuck. What the heck am I gonna do?
Just then, the boomer thought she heard an eerie cackle right outside her bedroom door.
Hello? Is someone there?
Pleaded the boomer. A cold, dreadful silence fell over the bedroom.
It must have been the wind,
she thought to herself, somewhat nervously.
I really don't want to pay full price,
sighed the boomer as she entered her email address, countrygirl@barnmaine.com, and begrudgingly clicked subscribe. Just then, the same high-pitched cackle from before rang out as the bedroom door flung open.
Your email address is mine. I hope you enjoy my newsletters. You'll never be able to stop me, for the unsubscribe link is the same color as the background. Your email address is mine. All mine.
Startled, the boomer froze. By God, what a strange creature this was, for a horn grew out of his forehead. The creature sat down in silence on the edge of the bed, and with violent haste he pulled a Windows tablet from a tuft in his red, oily fur, and proceeded to start a design in Photoshop, for he knew not the value of an M1 MacBook Pro. Eventually, he said,
"Where are the others? They are taking too long."
Then there came a knock on the door.
"Open, open,"
said a voice. A second creature entered, this time with two horns growing from his forehead. In his hand he carried a whiteboard and post-it notes, and he sat down by the fire and began to furiously post sticky notes onto the wall. At length there was a third knock on the door, and the third creature entered, this one with 3 horns upon his head, and so it continued until there were 4 creatures in total, all sitting around the fire, the first with 1 horn, the last with 4. Stunned by what stood before her, the boomer asked,
Who are you creatures and what business have you in my home? Be gone at once,
she insisted. The first chimed in,
"We are the 4 witches of UX Dark Patterns. We exploit basic human instincts like shame and fear to mislead users into doing our bidding."
The witch with 1 horn continued.
"I am the witch of confirm shaming. I use copywriting and calls to action to guilt you into doing what I want."
The creature with 2 horns spoke.
"I am the witch of forced continuity. I lure you in with free trials, then make it impossible to cancel."
"I am the witch of deliberate misdirection,"
said the witch with 3 horns.
"I make the cheaper options hard to find, so you're forced to choose the premium subscription."
Lastly, the witch with 4 horns groaned. "I am the witch of misinformation. I use confusing language to make it harder for users to understand the question, and I trick you into agreeing to terms and conditions you don't understand. The boomer felt weak, and though she tried to rise and call for help, she was quite unable to do so, for the creatures of the horns had cast a spell upon her. Strange to look upon and frightening to hear were these 4 creatures with their horns and their computers designing and conspiring and singing this evil song quite uninvited in the boomer's bedroom.
You try to close the window here, the CTA is never clear.
You subscribe but do not know your monthly bill will grow and grow.
You try to find a cheaper tier, you never will. We sneer, we cheer. Words are complex, their meaning bent. Ideas are muddy, you give consent. She sits in bed and scrolls and scrolls. She surfs online with no control. She freely gives her private info. She freely types in every window. She never reads before agreeing. She always pays the higher fee. She falls for it. She doesn't read. She never looks for. She proceeds.
Then one of the creatures called out to the boomer in their witch's tongue.
Erik, I do shashima, bianagas bielchkrista.
Rise, woman, and give me your credit card number. Being under the witch's spell, the boomer looked everywhere for her wallet, but in her stupor, she was not able to find it. She searched in every corner of the house looking for her wallet. If only Apple had used dark patterns to add AirTags to her recent iPhone purchase. Alas, they did no such thing. At long last, the boomer sat down by the kitchen stove, exhausted by her efforts, and she wept. It was at this moment, close to despair, that she heard a gentle voice say,
Listen to me, for I am the spirit of ethical UX, and I shall keep you safe. Your wallet is near the front door next to your coat rack. Grab it. Return to the bedroom with your wallet. As you pass through the door, call out, Witches of UX, be gone from my abode, for I will pay closer attention to the websites that I browse.
And she did so. Upon hearing these words, the 4 horned witches rushed around the room, wailing and shrieking most accursedly, before finally departing via the window and up the chimney. The woman went back to the kitchen to thank the spirit for his advice that had surely saved her from a terrible fate.
It is too soon to rejoice, for the witches will surely return unless you follow my instructions exactly.
First, she felt no shame for not subscribing, because in her heart of hearts she knew she really didn't like to pay full price. Second, she made a note of when her free trials ended and made sure she knew how to cancel well before the date. Thirdly, she double-checked all selected options to ensure she wasn't adding additional add-ons without her consent. And finally, she made sure to only provide personal information to websites and applications with clear and concise language. When she had done these things, she sat down and waited. She waited, and she waited, but the witches did not dare return, for she knew better than to fall for their dirty tricks again. And from that day forward, the boomer made sure to read and to scrutinize every website she visited. She made sure she understood these dark patterns so as to never fall for them again. The end.
Check us out at RetroTimePodcast.com. Make sure, if you're willing, to buy a sticker at RetroTimePodcast.com/stickers. In addition,
Make sure to find us at BeyondUXDesign.com. And why don't you tell your mom and them about the show? if you dare.
Till next time, bye.